Hello, everybody. It is August 5th of 2022, and I want to welcome you all to Friday Night Live. My name is Ron Hulbert. I'm in Orlando, Florida. My co-host is Lynn Nakamoto. She's on the other coast of St. Petersburg, Florida. Lynn, say hi.
I forgot to unmute. Hello,
But you sounded good.
everybody. If you read lips, you knew what I said. I said, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Live. We have a good show for you today. I think there's a lot of excitement, right, Ron? Because what was yesterday?
Corporate webinar.
Exactly. And what does that mean?
Good updates.
And what does it also mean? Excitement. I can feel the excitement in our group today. It's a rowdy bunch. I mean, in a good way, a rowdy, fun bunch. And we, it's nice because we all know one another. We're very familiar. And we even know each other before we see the video of each other. We can hear the voices and we know who's speaking. So it's a really nice thing to belong to this family called Unpassive. So we're going to present to you an open mic forum, which is exciting. People can speak their minds and share their hearts. So we're going to begin. Normally, we would begin with Marty DeGarmo, but he's going to come in a little bit later to speak. We'll have Marty and Tony speak. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to begin with, we're going to begin with Collins Mana, and then we're going to go to Vincent, Oliver, and Bob. And they're going to talk about stuff related to what they heard last night on the corporate webinar. All right, so we're going to start now with Collins. Collins, you can take the floor.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Just happy to be here and blessed to be here on the Friday Night Live show. This webinar is always a great webinar, and it's a place for us to commute as founders, to discuss everything, be it technology or what our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, have said during the past week. I believe all of us are excited and happy to be here, so it's always a day where we have to rejoice, and be glad in it. So I would like to look into, talk about what our CEO said, word for word, not sugarcoating, not add anything excess, but it's just about what he told us on Monday. He began by quoting a lot of examples, talked about, quote Dr. B. Williams as someone who worked in the hospital. He's a medical practitioner. And he quote about the hospital. He talked about, where we have all the practitioners, the best doctors and everything in the world, be it in America, Europe, but yet a lot of people are dying. Why? What is the cause? We have all of these things, in place. It's because 5% of those, those who really work with their heart, those who have the heart of mankind, they are working, and the rest are just money driven. They don't really care about it. That's what our CEO was trying to, to explain to us, that people use a lot of places as business driven, money making organization. It's not only about the hospital. It's about everywhere you go. It's about money, 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 money. What can I make? For myself, my family. They don't care about others, humanity. He said, unpassive is not a business like that, And when we look at it, he said, unpassive is not a business. A lot of people misquote that. Unpassive is not a business. He said, just small percent is business, but the rest is about value driven. Our CEO want to pass the message of value, that when there is value, people will come in because you provide value to the community, you provide value to the world. A lot of people will come in because they want that value. They want an environment where we as humans can be respected. We can be treated as equal, regardless of your race, your color, or whatever, short, tall, whatever you are. We are all treated as people created from one supernatural being, whatever your beliefs, your beliefs in. But he said there is a God that created all of us. That's what our CEO said. Unpass is about humanity. And if we place humanity and value, and today I was talking to a friend, and I said, It is difficult to love someone as yourself. We always love ourselves. We want me, 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 me. But when you put yourself in the place of others, by the time you start to regard people as you, others like yourself, that is when the world will be a better place. When we start to change that dynamics and said, I want to place others, I want to love myself, whatever I acquire, I want someone else to acquire the same thing. That is when we start to create big impact, on this planet Earth. And I always go by what he always said. He said, I want to leave the world in a better shape in the way I came in. I want to leave it better. I want to create something, not because I want to self-glorify myself or people to hail me as Ash Mufara, but I want to do something for humanity, where I can stand and look at myself and say, yes, I played my part. So he said, unpassive is not that type of business. You see, it's about humanity. And when we start to understand the value, that's when we start to understand unpassive. It is difficult to understand what unpassive is all about. And he goes about talking about our new website, which I will just throw a light on it. He said, we have it every week, every Monday, but in a couple of weeks, we'll be having it twice, a week. He talked about, I think it was Mondays and Thursdays, where we'll be having our new website. Every website replicated, replicated on where? On 1.4 million plus founders. Our new website, and it will go on to be 3 times a week, and daily as we move on. What does that mean? It's about compounding, value added. The more website you have, no company, that's the truth. It is difficult. I work in a place where we have dynamic change of website. Dynamic change, it was about color coding. That's what I would say, color coding. So they change the color, but the website is the same. It's just that when you click every day, it refresh and give you different color. They call it CSS, cascading style sheet. It's just about the color, and today you can have red, tomorrow blue, but this website is not pre-built and changed to modify or make it different. They were just about changing the color. Today is blue, tomorrow is red. But unpassive is a company that is coming word from our CEO, where we will have website changing dynamically, 3 days, twice a week. When we move on, 3 times a week and once a day. Every time you get up in the morning, there is brand new website organically. What does that mean? It means sales, because when there are new website, visitors will come in. A lot of people don't really understand when our CEO is talking about this. New website. It's about bringing customers, because people want something that is appealing to them. Maybe today, the website today is not really appealing to me. Tomorrow, the next website will drive you crazy. And you look at it and say, my goodness, what is this? Take a look. And you go in, you sign in and say, I want to click on this product. I love it. People want to see facial recognition, something that appeals to them. That's the reason why our CEO is doing this. But sometimes people don't really understand. That is marketing strategy, where you give something value that is appealing to people. It will do what? Customers. Yesterday, I talked about it. I said, when you have value, what will happen? Value equals to customers. Customers equals to commission. Sales and commission. That's what we are expecting from unpassive. The more the value, the more the customers. The more customers, the more sales you will have. The more sales, the more commission. Our CEO talk about that in a plain English. Though people will think like it's coded, but this is what has to sing. Because without value, nobody will come. No website or product. You build a product, like Michael Williams said yesterday. If it was about launching, what will happen? People would have come, but what will happen? Collins will have 400 quid. Maybe Bra Oliver, 200 quid, will be happy with it, like all traditional business. But we are talking about value that will change not only the founder's life, but humanity, resellers, even those who are customers will have something to benefit from unpassive. Our CEO said this couple of times, that whether you come for the money or you come for the product, there is something that you will get in unpassive. Everybody, every founder, every 1.5 billion founders, internet, those who are looking for something on the internet will have something to come. There is a reason for you to come to OnPassive. And this is where we are today. This is our faith. This is our dream. And this is the race we have to go. So let us be glad for what OnPassive is providing for us. Just want to thank you, Lynn, and I'll give it back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was great. A lot of excitement in your voice, Collins. That was amazing. I think we're all feeling the anticipation of what's coming up in the near future. Is this true, Collins? Do you feel it too? Yes,
I can feel it. I can feel it, Lee. It's just right in my heart. I can't even sleep. I can't even sleep from yesterday. It's just like burning in my heart.
Right. Be careful. Don't get a heart attack on us, okay? All right. Next we go to, who's next? We got Vincent coming up. Let me bring him in.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Auntie Lynn. So hello to all the participants. All the participants, hello. Even those who are watching us from YouTube. I'm Vincent Dete. I'm your friend. I'm here to help. So thank you, Auntie Lynn, also to invite us for this great webinar. Thank you, Collins, for this wonderful presentation. So I don't have a word for that. Even you said everything already. So I think I will not talk a lot because Collins, and we have also two of my brothers, Oliver and Bob, they will also say something. So I'll talk maybe for 2 minutes and then give the floor for them to also express some of the good word our CEO said on Thursday. But before to say something, he was talking about our data center because our CEO talked about the multi-region data center, and then the reason of multi-region data center is also to bring also the redundancy to our system. So it will bring a lot of opportunity. And then the multi-region data center, the reason for that also is to bring the backup, and also the reason for backup to avoid the downtime. So we have a proper backup in place. We can avoid the downtime. So our system will be uptime all the time, and then maybe 0% downtime. So this is what the main of the multi-region data center. You also talk about the data center hosting also the domain. So every imaginable product will be hosted in our data center. So I guess most of our products will be in our data center. And then this is a good thing. And also, he also said our product using our data center will give us a lot of money, because if we were to host our product to Azure or maybe AWS, it will cost us a lot of money. Or those money now, the fact that we have our data center, those money will go to us, and then it will benefit all these funders rather than sending all this huge money to Azure or maybe Microsoft Azure or maybe AWS for Amazon. So this is what the benefits of what our CEO said about that. Then Academy, he said also, he mentioned about Academy, a model to learn, also to teach our children the best and genius way to learn. So it will be also a great thing to do. And then the last thing I'll talk about, he talked about the Obless. Obless also will be a solution for anti-poverty to bless the world, and people, everyone can get a solution. So our CEO will use that Obless so that we can bless also other people sitting outside there in the world. So they need our help. So until now, I'll end here and then give the floor to my brothers to also say something. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Okay, that was great. We now go on to Oliver.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I hope we are all fired up and with the message we got from our CEO yesterday. And I'm so fired up that every week is like compound information time. It tells me that the time is coming for us to go to the market. Yeah, and when you listen to him, what he said yesterday, he is being proactive in the sense that he is seeing things that are going to happen in the next 2-3 years, and he's trying to take action now. For example, he said in the next 90 days, they are going to max our office in Hyderabad. This is big. Not only that, 4 other offices, they're going to open 4 other offices. This is mind-blowing, because when you look at other companies, they don't prepare like this. He knows the traffic that is going to come. He knows the traffic that's going to come, and he knows the customer. Also, let me use the word customer, not traffic. The customers that are going to come, and we have to be prepared for them, because Hyderabad alone will not be able to handle the volume of customers that are going to come. And this is to provide the highest value to our customers. The highest value to our customers. Then, because look into the products also that are going to come. Those other offices, including the Hyderabad, is going to be 5 of them. Like our success department, the customer success department, they'll be handling issue, and other issues that will be coming. Those 5 offices they'll be able to handle them. This is something that we have to give our CEO kudos for that. Any other problem, technical problems, any other problem that comes like upgrade or whatever, those offices will handle without any stress. A lot of companies collapse. A lot of companies, because they cannot handle customer concern. You know, now they go start doing 1 or 2 funny things, recording chat box, that the chat box you cannot communicate with. But our CEO is going to do in such a way that we have AI that is going to be in our O chat. You know, like O chat is going to also be part of it. I suspect that that's going to be part of it. So coming to issues, customer service, OnPassive is going to be at the top of the top. So the 1,000 employees that he's going to max also in Hyderabad. This is something that when you want to look to other companies, that startup company, OnPassive is not a startup company. OnPassive is a super giant company. OnPassive is a super giant company. I don't know if Apple, Microsoft, they started the way they didn't, because they started in the garage. We cannot compare. You know, look at Hyderabad. I know we have another silicon office in Hyderabad, the second, in Dubai. Those 2 floors in Dubai. Another building is coming up again in Dubai. Then these 4 offices, including the one in Hyderabad, number 5, just to handle customers' problems. So I will leave it there. Antilene, I just want to say we are in a very good position, and I'm so proud to be OnPassive Air, and what the CEO is doing, very proactive, being in the field, know what customer service means, know what it means to handle customer issues, technical issues when it comes to IT. This is a total IT technology super giant company. Antilene, take it from there.
Thank you so much. Yep, we're in a super amazing, fabulous company, that's for sure. Next, we go on to Bob Takusi, who's going to take it away and wow us. Just watch.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Antilene. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. I'm Bob Takusi, and of course, I'm also your friend. Let me give a special shout out to Mr. John Barilla. Your voice, man, your voice. I love your voice so much when you speak. I feel like I'm either in a ball game somewhere, an announcer in a ball game, or on a game show on TV. Thank you so much for all what you do for all of us. Greetings to everyone. Like everyone else, I watched and listened to our founder yesterday with great excitement. You know, my brothers have covered everything, most of what, you know, is relevant, but let me just focus on a few key areas that I observed that really touched me. The first aspect I'm going to talk about is when Mr. Ash talked about our diversity, you know, our diversity of OnPassive. He said our diversity is what makes us strong, and it is true. It is our diversity that makes us strong. He implored all of us that all of us, we should be ourselves, because that is what makes us strong. It's like our own DNA, our diversity. look at, for those of us who are here now, just change your view to not to speaker, to gallery, and look at the diversity of what you see. That is the power of OnPassive. That is the power of what Mr. Ash Mufare was talking about yesterday. No company has launched with this vast diversity. OnPassive comes in almost 220 countries, 212 countries. Right now, most likely, has met all legal regulatory requirements in almost 198 countries or 196 countries, and can make payments in almost 120 countries with different processors. Diversity. OnPassive is going to lead the way. It's going to show the world, like Mr. Mufara says. He's going to show the world. People are going to come and learn how business is done because of the rate at which Mr. Mufara has used diversity to our advantage, to a global advantage. Diversity. Just scroll, look at the view in this actual webinar right now. If you go to your gallery, you will see what Mr. Mufara was talking about. That is the awesome power of what OnPassive brings to the whole world. He told us that there are challenges. OnPassive, this is not a walk in the park. This is a very difficult task. Mr. Mufara is doing something that is going to go down in history. Two things are going to happen when OnPassive launches. Number one, Ash Mufara becomes the most significant human being to ever set his foot on the planet Earth. Based on the magnitude of the impact of OnPassive, what she is going to do to the peoples of this universe. The customers, the founders, and the businesses. And then, those in the technology world, they are going to write lots of stories about OnPassive. How it was done. How did he do it? The time that it took. Mr. Mufara is doing something that technology has not seen yet, based on the complexity of what OnPassive is. When you put it down, look at each product, look at what is being done, look at the underlying layer of the infrastructure, look at the technology. It doesn't take 4 years. It takes 5 to 8 years. And Mr. Mufara is almost at the verge of making that history happen. He's going to be written. People are going to write about him in the technology world. He's going to win so many Nobel Peace Prizes, I can guarantee you. So, but he's facing challenges. We are facing challenges, he says. When you go up, the harder it gets. Everybody sees you. And then challenges, they throw challenges at you. But he keeps working. He keeps working hard, doing his due diligence. What Mr. Mufara is doing right now with our tech pros in Hyderabad, they are doing what we call due diligence, making sure the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, everything is done. Remember, Mr. Mufara has one bullet in the chamber. He cannot miss. He's got to have it right. We have there's no room for error. But I was a little down when he said, when everything goes right, something to the effect of when everything goes right, everything is fine, everybody is happy. But when there's a problem, yeah, they say that animal, Ash Mufare. I felt a little bad, but I know his heart, that is how, anxious he is inside him to get this baby out, this OnPassive baby, to get it out, but with God's speed, it's going to come. He told us nothing that we do is easy, nothing at all. And we don't, every time that we do, everything that we all see, it's not, he doesn't get it right the first time. We make mistakes like humans, but we stay at it. Sometimes he says it takes us getting our eyes out before we get it right. But he will never quit. We will never quit. He says that he is going to die before he quits. And that's why we're here today. You know, but Mr. Mufara leaves us with this. He says, OnPassive is prepared. After saying that we have challenges and everything, he says, OnPassive is prepared with human power, leadership, heart, and character, with the experience, the buildings, the equipment, the genesis, and the totally disruptive ideas. OnPassive is a done deal. We are fine, like my brother says. Back to you, Antilin.
Thank you so much. Actually, we're way more than fine, but that's Oliver Fonte saying we are fine. And it's such a reassuring statement that he tells us. We appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I just wanted to say that we need to express our prayers for Tony Monk. He just said that he feels like he had a stroke. He fell,
Oh.
and Tony Monk. So he's on the way to the ambulance is picking him up, and he just asked for our prayers. So let's take a moment just to quietly pray for Tony Monk and hope he'll be okay. Poor thing, huh? Thank you for your prayers. Okay, now we go on to our Q&A and comment period. And before we do that, I'd like to see if Mike Ellis has a few words for us. I think you may be excited. Hopefully you are. Are you able to speak, Mike?
Yeah, Lynn. How are you doing tonight?
Great, thank you.
Good. Yeah, no, our tech pros, they said a lot in just a few minutes. They really did. Can I add to that? Maybe a little bit, not much. They covered a lot of stuff. You know, I'm always amazed when Ash comes on, and Ash was on for over 4 hours yesterday. It was a long webinar. And there were 16,000 people there, and everybody that listens to Ash, they come away with something different, you know, what they're looking for. And Ash, he usually covers so many things. There's always something there for everybody. But if you take the whole webinar in its totality, Ash Mufareh told us a lot of things yesterday. And when you start to think about OnPassive, where we are and how quickly we're going to be going into the product launch to the global market, there was some little clues in there that Ash left us. And Ash, Mr. Ash, I absolutely love his straightforwardness. He did not pull any punches yesterday. He flat out told us, as Bob said, that OnPassive, yeah, we're probably 96, 97% there. But there are some things in OnPassive that have to get done in order for us to go into the product launch. And there's no caveat there. These things have to be done, as Bob said, they have to be done correctly. And until that's done, we will not launch. Now, for me, that's music to my ears, because I know that they see the issues that they have before they go into the product launch of OnPassive. That's a really, really good thing. And I know that all the little things that they're dealing with right now, one of them is the merchant account, and they're dealing with the merchant account because they can't find anybody that will handle the sheer volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive. That's good news for all of us. With that kind of volume coming in, those individuals participating with OnPassive, look out. Things are going to get really, really cool very, very quick. All of these little things that Ash is dealing with, they're things that he has under control. Okay. They might not be finalized yet. They might be tinkering with it. They might be adding things here and there, but all of the pieces that have to come together for OnPassive to go into the product launch to the global market, they are being taken care of. I love it when Ash is very, very straight with us and tells us what's going on with OnPassive. I think one of the most pertinent questions that Ash asked yesterday was toward the end of the webinar, and he asked a lot of the individuals that were there, "What is OnPassive? What is it? Tell me what it is." And we had a lot of people come on, and Bob and Oliver and the tech team here have gone over a lot of the things that were said last night about what OnPassive is. But for me, they were just nibbling around the edges as to what OnPassive is to me. When I think about OnPassive, I don't think about the money anymore. I know it's coming, and I might talk about that in just a little bit anyway. But I know it's coming. But for me, what is OnPassive? OnPassive is a company that's going to bring freedom and liberty to everybody that's here tonight. Everybody that's on this webinar tonight, everybody that was on that webinar yesterday, I think every individual that's participating with OnPassive will find liberty and freedom. They'll find that financial freedom to be able to live the life they want to live and not have individuals around the world try and control and manipulate them. When you have financial freedom, there are so many things that you can do, good things that you can do. But the first thing is literally get away from those individuals that want to control you. I absolutely hate that. For me, this is what OnPassive has become. This is the main impetus for me with OnPassive, is taking individuals, changing their lives, and giving them a way forward to find that liberty and freedom, not only for themselves, but their family and their community. Are we gonna touch every individual in the world with this philosophy? No, we're not. There are just too many people in the world, but we're going to touch enough of them to where this philosophy will spread organically. We don't have to touch every individual that is in the world today. We just need to touch a certain amount of them. And from there, like everything else of an OnPassive, it will go viral. And for me, this is what OnPassive is. This is what Ash Mufareh has developed. And it is so powerful. Now, toward the end of the webinar, there are some things we can't talk about on this webinar because it's an open forum. We just can't talk about them. But I can talk about the money a little bit. And the amount of wealth that's going to be generated from OnPassive. All of you, I know everybody here understands that OnPassive is going to bring in a tremendous amount of wealth, but it's more than that. And Ash, when he got into some examples of how it's going to work for those individuals participating with OnPassive, if you understand what Ash was saying, you understand, even though we might not know every aspect of the compensation program, you understand where you're going to be in a very, very short period of time. I think that's really, really important because initially everybody comes in and they think about the money. What is it going to do for me? What is it going to do for my life? What is it going to do for my family? And that's appropriate. That's okay. We don't care about that. But from there, when OnPassive fills the pocket, and believe me, again, everybody on this webinar, in time, and it's not going to take a great deal of time, we'll get to that point where you don't worry about finances. And when you do get there, what we do with the extra income that's coming in, and I think it's going to be substantial for everybody, that's a really, really good situation to be in. What do I do with all this? And I know a lot of the people on this webinar, you're already thinking about that. But I want to see your pockets filled. I want to see the engine full. I want to see you have the liberty and freedom to pick and choose where you use your resources and who you help with those resources. Everybody, I want everybody to have that ability. So when I think about OnPassive, Bob and Vincent and Oliver and Colin, they're just great on the products of OnPassive. We know that they're just extraordinary. We know what they're going to do in the world. We know the people that are going to be coming in. But what we're going to be able to do individually, one-to-one, with people we know, we love, we want to help. And the way that is going to go so viral throughout the world, because there's so many of us. There's a lot of us here, guys. And when all of this starts to happen, it's going to be a really, really, really fun thing to watch. If you listened to Ash yesterday, if you listened to everything he had to say, I don't know if it was Oliver or Collins talked about in 90 days, we're going to have 4 more offices around the world that are going to be populated or start to be populated. Don't misunderstand what Ash is telling us there. He has to do that because of the volume that's going to be coming in. It doesn't have anything to do with the product launch to the global market, okay? We don't have to take another 90 days. Again, I don't know when it's going to be, but Ash Mufareh and his team in Hyderabad, they are ready today. There's a few things they have to do. They have to get it right to make sure as we go into the global launch, everything is flawless. That's going to happen. I don't even worry about that. That's going to happen. When that does happen, we're there. We're going to launch the products into the global market, and this whole beautiful business, it just starts, and every one of us can participate in that. So as you listen to Ash Mufareh, and he's going to have so much more in the days and the weeks to come. You think you're blown away now? You're not. You're not. There are a couple, there's more to a couple. There are some things coming that when you hear them, I mean, literally nobody here is going to be able to sleep. It is so exciting what he has prepared for us and on Passive in general. We're just in a really, really fun place right now. And I can see the enthusiasm, everybody on this webinar. You're in the right place. You should be enthusiastic about what's happening, but it's even going to get better. Lynn, I'll turn it back over to you. That's enough.
That was great. It was wonderful. And you know what I like about on Passive, Mike, is how Mr. Mufareh likes to be over prepared. You don't see all companies doing that. He said it can't hurt to be over prepared. And what we today is a result of that philosophy. Would you agree with me on that?
I do, Lynn. And the preparation that Mr. Mufareh is putting into on Passive, it's not only unprecedented, it's necessary. When we go into the product launch and on Passive goes viral, and I believe it will. How much it'll go viral, I don't know, but it could get really, really crazy. He knows he has to be prepared to bring in 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million people a day, not a month, not a year, a day. So the preparation that he's doing right now is so important. And Ash Mufareh, he doesn't do anything half-assed, guys. I'm telling you flat out. He's going to be prepared for whatever circumstance arises as we go into the global launch, the product global launch of OnPassive. That should make everybody rest very, very easy. And again, the good part about that is he's almost there. He doesn't have to do 40 or 50 or 60% to get to where he needs to be. He's almost there. Maybe another 5%, maybe 6%, whatever it is. It's not very much. And I believe that will be done very, very quickly. And I believe in the next days and weeks to come, there are going to be things he's going to be sharing with us that are just going to rock our boat in a very, very good way. So yeah, Lynn, you're absolutely right. 100% right.
Thank you for your feedback on that. All right. So now we're going to take it to Sampat Patel. And I don't think he can have his video on. It's early morning for him, but he went to bed early and woke up early just to be here. So we would like to hear from Sampat Patel, please.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thanks. Hello, all Passivians. Namaskar and thank you for attending this meeting. First of all, I would like to thank Ron Halbert, Lynn Nakamoto, Marty DeGarmo, and OTech Pros team for inviting me to speak to words on the world's largest platform Friday Night Live webinar. First of all, I would like to apologize because it is morning time in India. I will not be able to open my camera. And second, today I got a chance to speak in the midst of national and international guests. This can happen only in our company OnPassive. Friends, as the topic of today's webinar is what is your reaction to the August 4th corporate webinar discussion. I would like to share my thought on this. As our CEO sir told that we don't have to be nervous about our company, but be a part of what On Passive is doing and enjoy this journey. You must have seen that our founder website has been updated and will be updated twice a week on Monday and Thursday in the coming time. On Passive is not an easy mission. On Passive is a building in a very positive way, and all the work is being done looking at the future. That's why our CEO S. Mufra repeatedly emphasizes on value. Providing data center hosting, domain, and artificial and machine learning tools on a single platform sounds like a dream, but OnPassive is going to make the dream a reality. Both our company's website are on Passive and Founder. If you study on them, then you will come to know that our company is upgrading our website again and again to create value. In the coming 19 days, the total number of employees in our company will be 1,000 completed, and we are going to set up on passive office at 4 new location. Very difficult task. As Mufra also told that we cannot give you all the updates because you will not be able to digest. Friends, these things show that a lot is going to happen in our company in the back end. What has been shown to us is just a trailer, but what is being made behind the scene is a big picture, and this picture will change the planet of this earth, and it will be the fortune of all the founders. So please, all of us should cooperate in what our company is doing, because all this is being done for us only. But build trust, be candid, and boldly communicate that on passive is the next mega business. If we did not have something impressive, we would not be here. With these two words, I end my address here, and again thank you all for listening to me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lane Nakamoto, or to host. Thank you.
Thank you, Sampat Patel. You are so articulate, and knowing that English is your second language, I'm always impressed with how you express yourself very clearly. And when I hear you speak, what I hear is a gentleman that is fully committed to Unpassive. I know you devote most of your life to Unpassive because I see you online, and that commitment and that faith that you have in the company is very clear to me. So thank you, Leader Sampat Patel, for sharing your thoughts with us today and waking up extra early just to be here with us. Thank you. At this time, we would like to go to question and answers and comments. And before I turn it over to Ron Halbert, my co-host, we would like to remind you that we want to stay on topic. And the topic today is yesterday's corporate webinar. So it's pretty broad, but what we don't want to hear is support questions like, I need help with my password, I can't log in. That kind of questions, they belong to support. So let's keep those out of today's webinar. Let's stick with yesterday's great webinar. If you haven't heard the recording, it is posted in the back office for those of you who are founders. And there's a written summary that was posted by Peter Schurer with the help of Daryl Cook. So please pick up the written summary and read it so you know what happened. It was a great, great webinar. All right, so what we want to do is take questions from the floor, questions or comments. We're asking you to monitor yourselves, monitor your time. We're asking you to speak no more than a couple of minutes. And I think everybody knows what a couple of minutes means. This will enable everybody to be able to express their thoughts and share their feelings. So let's stick with 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. And Ron will remind you if we start to go over that, Ron will say, thank you, thank you. That means your time is up. Okay. That's a cue. So now I'm going to take it over to our great co-host, Ron Hulbert.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. I think I'm unmuted. Wow.
Yes, you are.
Good crowd
You're
tonight.
good.
And it was good to hear from our OTech guys. They always have interesting theories that they talk about and concept. And Mike Ellis is he's my hero. Okay. When I first got into, he's the reason I actually registered. It's because of Mike Ellis's videos. And I try to see every one he brings out because he's a wealth of information and he's easy to listen to. And he tells you like it is. You know, it's kind of like our CEO. So, Mike, we appreciate you. And so,
Ron, one thing. Now you're the teacher. You're the pro. You're the teacher. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're in for trouble.
No.
In for trouble. No, we appreciate you, Mike. Okay, let's go into some questions and answering, I guess, some Q&A. Let's start here with Richard Lamoth. Unmute, Richard.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. You couldn't have said it any better. I've been reading Ash Mufareh since 2018. And I'll tell you, I read him last night too. No one will be left behind. My Lord Almighty, we had a thing at one time that was going to cost between probably 100 and 300. Then he says, we got some old people in there. We got some poor people in there. We got to fix that. So he turns around. What does he do? He gives us what God gave him, a heart full of love. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. We all have that heart full of love. We all want to give, but we can't afford to give. We see this child on the street. We see these women and men homeless, and our hearts say, I want to help, but I just can't. Ash Mufareh, between the lines, has been telling us, you will be able to do what your heart has been telling you since you were born. You will be able to share that love all over the world. For yourself, you'll be okay, which means if you're okay, everything around you is okay. And then you'll be able to share that love with no strings attached. And I love you all. Big kiss and big hug to all of you. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Richard. We appreciate it. Thanks for sharing with us. Next, we're going to go to the Marshmallow Man. Mr. William, go ahead, William. What you got to say? Unmute, William. Are you there, William? There you are. Speak to us. Unmute. There you go.
Hi. I'm very grateful and thankful because today I went in the back office and I checked the network, and as it changed and it's for the better. So I think it's going to be very disruptive because I'm not really interested in the social media and followings, and your case is different. Mine, I have to think about my physical, getting up and walking. I need the apples to do that because I am improving. But as the social media, when you go to YouTube, Facebook, and there's evil people out there, and I went into the back office today and I saw a network and I say, I'm changing. I don't need all that followings and I'm not interested. I want to be myself. And that's the way I'm going to be because I want to make my dreams, not somebody else's dreams, come true. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, Richard, thank you for sharing that. We appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go to Mr. Abraham. Abraham, come on down. Malay.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening to all. Sorry. Greetings and love from Bamako. I want to talk about three things, which are contributions. The first one is about emojis. The second is a request. And then the third one is a surprise. About emojis, when you look at the chart, although Lynn has already said that we should limit ourselves to 2 emojis at most, Lustra has said it, John has said it, but you will notice that people go on posting beyond 2 emojis. I feel that they don't disobey intentionally. They just need to understand what we need, what we mean when we talk about emojis. And the small contribution I can make here is that when you type a message, for example, hello, Abraham, greetings maybe from Mali, any image, it can be hands, it can be flowers, it can be flag that you include in the message you typed is an emoji. So you should not put more than 2. That's the first point. The second,
Abraham,
please, yes.
What do you think about the corporate webinar yesterday? That's the topic. Give us
I'm coming to that, please.
Okay.
This is a request for Lynn related to the webinar we had yesterday. I was very happy for the acknowledgement, the appreciation Mr. Ash made for the wonderful work Lynn is accomplishing. And I'm very happy because in one of our winners webinar, I requested that maybe if it's possible, Lynn can organize a sort of training webinar for moderators around the globe. Because I think, and I know, she has what it takes, that thing. And I think she can share it as a sort of legacy in order also to add value to us who are members of OnPassive. And if she agrees, I have a commitment. I commit myself to have the webinar, the training translated or interpreted into English for the over 50 moderators that we have. So that's my request. The third and last thing is fire, fire, fire. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Thank you, Abraham. We appreciate you sharing. Lynn's good because I trained her. Okay. No, that's not true. I'm just kidding. I wish I had the energy that she has. All right, let's go to Marion, USA. What do you say?
Hi there.
Hi there.
I just wanted to say, I'm really grateful for the corporate meeting yesterday, for Ash taking the time and just sharing his heart with us, because he could have talked about anything, and yeah, he could have gave all the bells and whistles, but instead he told us about the other countries that he's going to be opening up and what he's going to be doing and what's coming up. And it's just that he took the time to tell us stuff that he didn't have to. And I just feel that we need to be a little bit more appreciative of that. instead of thinking what we didn't get, look at what we did get. And like the website, there is an aide that helps me because there's things I can't do until my knee gets better. Well, she's very interested in this, and I think I may have given her wrong information yesterday, so I kind of want to ask a question, and then I'm done. Okay, the website, it changes every day, all right? I took that, I think I took it the wrong way. I thought he meant when it changes every day, I'm thinking security, all right? Because that's kind of how my mind goes. So I'm thinking that's really great. It's going to change every day. No hacker's going to be able to get in your back office the next day because the website's going to be different. And now I'm starting, and I told this to this woman, and she's like, that sounds amazing. But that's not what he meant, was it?
One thing you got to think about, Miriam, is the security of OnPassive is everything OnPassive is going to do is going to have top-notch security. Okay.
Right.
The website is something that people, it'll be marketed to people. Okay. And when they go to your site, okay, if they click on it, it goes directly to you. Okay. And it'll follow you. So the website is going to be changed every day by the company. Okay. It'll be refreshed with some new information when they can get it. But it is for you to be marketed. Okay. And you don't have to pay for it. That's nice.
All right. So I did tell her wrong then, because I need to correct that.
Well, just tell her that the security that is built into our business, your business, is astronomical.
I will.
Okay. Astronomical.
Okay. All right.
So
yeah,
that was it.
Let me just add just a little bit. Your back office and your web pages, they really don't have anything to do with each other. The web pages that OnPassive is making for all of us are there for us to use for marketing, and they're going to use them for marketing, but it has nothing to do with your back office. Okay.
Okay.
So
all right.
They can't get into your back office from one of the pages that OnPassive builds for you. That makes sense?
Yeah, I guess I got that confused.
Yeah, they're just two separate things.
Okay.
And Ron's right. The security in OnPassive, which the tech guys have been talking about for 3 or 4 days, is phenomenal.
amazing.
There are things you need to do to protect your own business, but OnPassive, they're rock solid. You don't have to worry about security.
Oh, I'm not. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Miriam.
Yes.
What he said.
Right.
Sure.
What he
Thank you,
said.
Miriam. Thanks for being here. Well, we got a PNG in the house. Miss Elizabeth in PNG. Come on down, girl. Unmute. 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 Got unmute.
Unmute. Okay.
There you go. Oh, now you muted yourself again.
Okay.
There you go.
How's that? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You want to sing?
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ron. Still
You're
learning. Good morning from Papua New Guinea. Greetings from PNG also. I just want to express my heart to say thank you to Ash for what he has done for us all. Let me not be emotional. Anyway, I was there at the corporate webinar and I learned a lot. And, Papua New Guinea needs solutions in our country. And OnPassive is going to bring that to us. And I know that for a fact. I have been following all these world webinars and our own country provincial webinars that we've been having. I've been very quiet. I have been learning, but I want to tell you that I am an administrator by profession, an ex-public servant in the country. I have served the government up to very high levels. And I am so proud to now find out that there is such a company out there that will really come in to help this nation of Papua New Guinea. Ron and Lynn, I have been a follower and admirer of your program and Julie and Milo's show all the way through. And today I have that confidence to speak, and I want to speak my heart. I want to say hello to every one of you founders out there in the world. You know what? Something, a gift, a special gift has come from heaven and has been given to us on a golden plate, almost free of charge. For such a great company, I don't know how we kind of became members of it or became founders with S. Mufare, and I admire the words that he spoke. When I first joined up in 2021, I found out that this word he said, come and piggyback on me, and let's build this company. Oh, I had tears in my eyes, and I'm going, oh, you know, God, you know, I almost turned down this thing. I was introduced to it back in 2019, but I doubted and I never came on until last year. And Lynn and Ron, I'm so happy that I'm here. And I really want to help our country here in Papua New Guinea. And I've been thanking Marty and David of bringing this business into our shores. And that will give us this opportunity, you know, to find solutions to the problems that we have been facing in this nation. The data thing is really bad, you know, the internet connections and stuff. But I have learned a lot. I was listening to the corporate Zoom yesterday, on the 4th of August. And when you read in between lines of what our CEO and founder had said, he said a lot of things. And, you know, I am so excited to be here as a founder, so proud to be a global founder. And I really want to contribute in my country as to how I can uplift the people, the kids, the young people on the streets, the young, you know, women who are young girls who are going out and getting pregnant and cannot go back to school, or they're having problems with their parents or stuff like that. There's so much out there that we can together do it to solve all these problems right around the world. I was listening to, I think it was Barik in India. He's coming up with a school, and I also have a school back in my village that I really want to develop. We've been trying, and because of the resources, we cannot go on. But Lynn and Ron, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak today, and I'll stick to my timing. But I just want to say thank you so much indeed, all your fellow founders out there, your brothers and sisters in On Passive family. I love you all. And Ash, if you are listening, I love you and your family. Thank you for what you are doing for all of us, and your entire delivery team, the tech professionals and the Indian office and all that. Please, I'm so proud. Thank you, Ron, for giving me time.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We love you. You talk from the heart. Okay, you have the impassioned bug in your heart, and that's good to see. Things good are going to happen in PNG. But thank you for sharing that with us. All right, Mr. Greg from USA, go ahead. Come on down, Greg. Speak to us.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing here? I'm concerned that not much emphasis is given to electric vehicles and the possibility of getting finished with petroleum. That is, I don't know. My ancestors lived in Ukraine, and they came out during before it's still under the Tsars. But the thing is, Russia is just as evil as Hitler was. And but they feed on petroleum. And if we,
Greg, all we got to do is be patient, because you're going to see a lot of things going on. We don't know what's going on yet. So I know how passionate you are about electric cars, okay, and things like that. But just hang in there, buddy. Don't worry about it. Things are going to come, probably things we don't even know that you want to have, okay?
yeah.
So thanks for sharing with us.
Well, my life, the first time, well, eventually I'm going to go skiing again, but of course with an electric car and other things are going to come, and I'm going to bless other people, but I have to be energy independent of petroleum.
All righty. All righty. Well, that's a topic for another day, Greg. Okay.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Thanks. All right. Man, we got another PNG in the house. Mr. Alex, come on down, Alex. Speak to us. Show us some good words. Go ahead. Unmute, Alex. Let me see if I can do it here. Marty or somebody, can they unmute him? There you go.
You just have to hit the button. There you go.
Hello. Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron, for letting me in this morning with you in this webinar. Thank you very much. I just want to show my appreciation to our CEO or founding CEO of this company, our great company here on Pacific. Thank you very much for everything you did. I did watch the recording of the event there on the 4th. It was very amazing. You know, in Papua New Guinea, English is our second language. We go to school to learn English, so it took time to fully understand what he was saying. It was very, very interesting. I had to go back again and watch it over and over again to fully get what everything he said. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And we are good. We are in a better position now. So I'm just very, very happy to be here in this webinar to just to share that. And okay, I just have one question here to share here in this webinar to get the most out of it. Okay, it's regarding the YouTube and the other videos that our great leaders have produced and are sharing online. So it's very interesting watching all these videos, and I would like to do that also, do some videos and share here in my Papua New Guinea using my own language here, so that my people can also understand what this company is really about. Okay, so I just want to ask if I can get a permission, and likewise for my other Papua New Guinea here also, that can we like translate those videos into our own language here in Papua New Guinea, so that our majority of the population who cannot really understand English, they can easily access those videos online, or we can share it through them, and so that they can watch it in our own language, and they can fully understand what one person is, to get a clear picture what we really have. So thank you very much. That is all I have to ask, so that I can get some views, and maybe we get a yes to do that or no, just to clarify on that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Alex.
Thank you.
Things are coming, okay, and I think the translation part is being worked on. I believe Mike, you might be able, or Mike, you might be able to answer this because you do a lot of videos, but we have translation built into quite a few of the programs, I understand now. And so hang in there, they're coming. Okay.
Yeah, let me say a couple things, Ron. Alex, your question is, can you do YouTube videos in your own language? And the answer to that is absolutely. You can start a YouTube channel. You can do presentations in your own language, Papua New Guinea language, to distribute throughout the rest of the population. Now, here's what I would recommend for you to do. I would get a hold of David or Nancy, and I would give them a presentation in your language. And the reason I say that, David and Nancy, they're just absolutely phenomenal. They'll know exactly how good the presentation is, and you want to give a good presentation, and they can critique what you're doing and tell you, yeah, that's perfect. Go ahead and do it on YouTube, and then spread it throughout the island. So I would get some help with that. I would work on the presentation, and then I would give it to David or Nancy or one of the other leaders in Papua New Guinea. And then from there, just rock and roll with it. You can absolutely do that. And if I'm wrong,
Nope.
Ron will say something or Marty will say
No,
something, but
you got
I'm
it.
pretty
You
sure
got it.
it's a green light. Yeah.
Thank you both. Thanks, Alex, for being here tonight. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks for coming in there. I appreciate that. All right. Next, we have Don DeGarmo's husband, Marty. Come on down, Marty.
Very good. And Mike, you're never wrong. Remember that.
That's right.
What was I going to say? I want to talk. I was thinking about we go to a lot of these webinars with Ask Me Farah, and I think one of the biggest problems, and this is because I hear people's answers and how they respond. Most people go there to listen what he has to say, but there's a large majority of people that go there to hear what they want him to say.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something. Nobody I know on the planet in 62 years would undertake this adventure. No one in their right mind. And on top of that, spend millions and millions of dollars. And on top of that, get beat up every day. He never, ever, and this is coming from me, has a good day in Ampasa. It's never what you would call a great day, because what he's trying to build has never been done. Everything he does, everything he thinks about doing, he's got 10, 15 people on the other side going, you can't do that. That can't be done. This country don't like that. This person doesn't think. That's what happens. Now, do we know that 2 hours before he came in on the meeting, he was getting beat up in a meeting left and right? Nope. None of us know it. But we all know what he should be telling us. Really? Go there with an open mind. None of us have a right to say, we should hear this. Give me your email. I'll get your money back. We don't deserve anything. We are so fortunate that this man's going to work for us hundreds of hours, 100 hours a week, spending millions. You got to know it's millions. What do you think a whole floor on the Burj Khalifa costs? Let's take a wild guess. I'm sure it's not the same as Motel 6. And they keep the light on too, okay? But I think people need to go there with the expectations of, I am so glad this man took the time in his day to break out what he could. Here's the problem I see also. We go to a meeting, Ash might say something the Monday before. He says something new 10 days later. 6 out of 10 people go, oh, great. So now what he said last week isn't going to happen. I hope our brains are bigger than that. He's adding to. He's stacking the cool. It's always more. It's always more. I'm not talking down to people and all that, but I just know, and I'm not talking about any individual here. We need to go there with an open mind. If your mind's not open, don't go. Because you're not going there to hear what he has to say. You're going there to hear what you want to hear. Who gives a crap what Marty DeGarmo wants to hear? It's irrelevant. And let me tell you something. Ask Me Farah could have launched this in 2019. But in 2019, all of us wouldn't have the chance to be financially free, as Mr. Mike Ellis said in 299,000 videos. If he stopped then, where would we be now? Seriously, think about what happened. And thank God he's relentless, he's fearless, and he's got a big heart. Because if he did not, there's no way would I take crap from people I'm trying to help while I'm spending millions of dollars. Trust me. I've had people come to me, well, Marty, people don't come to me with the negative stuff. There's a reason why. I don't take that shit. That ain't coming my way. Because what I believe is when somebody says you have trust and faith in the company and you're only saying out of one side of your mouth, do you really? Because as soon as something doesn't look right, you're the first one to say the sky is falling. Listen, the worst thing that can happen to this company is the best thing that ever happened to any of us in our life. And he told me today, and I'm as nosy as anybody here. He said, Marty, you know 1,000th of 1%. It wasn't 10%. So really take the time to hear what we hear. And thank God he doesn't just launch under pressure. You get one shot at this. Like I said, if it makes it, we're all going to take the glory. If it fails, he's a rotten son of a you-know-what. He's a crook and he's no good. So I think he should make the decision. I'm not smart enough to do it. I did not walk in that battlefield. None of us did. We should have the faith and we should walk with him. And if you got somebody tugging on you and whining and crying, rip the bottle out of their hand, get their email, send it to this fat man in New Jersey. I will get their money back tomorrow. This is a gift, I think. This is a gift. And when you know it is, you know what I mean. I've heard a couple things. I don't like it. I don't like it. If they really knew what he was going through, they wouldn't say it. And if they don't know, it's because they're not tapped in. Something this big doesn't happen just because Mr. Mufara wants it to. It's a war. It's a war every day. But you know what he did? He didn't do the same as we do on New Year's Eve. I'm going to go on a diet. Okay, I'll start next week. Or 2 months later, this one donut isn't going to kill me. As said, do or die. He left no doors open. There is no plan B. He gave up everything, his family and everything. This is going to happen, do or die. Any of us had to say that? He didn't have to say it. He said it. And he meant it. I didn't come here to preach this, but I want all of you because you guys are tied in. When somebody comes up to you for a whining session, tell them what they need to hear. Give me your email. Because obviously, this is just way too much pressure for you. You know what I like the most? 7 people asked me 2 months ago, they don't ask me now, about the wallet. And what's the page structure? I go, well, how long have you been online? 10 years. Promise to God you'll make more than you ever did. Well, I never made a dime. Then shut up. No, I mean, what are you worried about a structure in 7 figures when you lost money every day of your life online? And they said, well, you have no right to say that. Yes, I do. I built teams for Mr. Ellis here of 20 and 30,000 people, and we failed. I've talked to the 99%. Nobody's making money. No one. I had a friend made $100 grand a month. He had a multi-million-dollar house. Last time I talked to him, he was crying and lost everything he had. Why? Because the company he worked for wasn't Ash Mufara. The company he worked for was everyday company. They got the fast buck. There's a handful of people walked away a millionaire, and this poor guy lost everything he had. That's what we have with Mr. Mufara. I just want to say that. And if you don't know it by now, or somebody's trying to drag you into their negative, kick them to the freaking curb. I don't care if it's your sister, your mother, your brother, kick them away. It doesn't do any good for you. I don't play that negative with family. I don't play with anybody. And it's better if you don't. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's all I got. But I care about you. And just the negative comes up, kick it away. Nobody has a right to. We're not owed anything. We put no skin in the game. $97? Take it back. The NDA says 30 days. Ash will give you money back 3.5 years later. Would I? No. But he will. Why? Because he's Ash Mufara. So really, let's think about what we have. Be proud of what we have, but don't let anybody push us around. Those days are gone. A new sheriff in town. They're not going to push Ash around. Big companies won't. They'll either join us or they will fall to the wayside. Trust me. Trust me. And the reason Ash is building this so big, because he knows what's coming. He has maxed out every pay plan in any business he's ever done. He's maxing out now because he knows what's coming. Why is he building a 6-lane highway? We only have a small plane. We have the biggest plane in the world. You haven't seen it yet. That's why he's building what he's building. And that's what happens when you don't have anybody in the room and you only got 35 seconds. Anyway, that's all I have.
Marty, love you, man. You are so down to earth. And if you got something to say, you're kind of like I am. Get in trouble for that. You got something to say, you say it. People might not want to hear it. Okay. But you tell them like it is. And that's what it's all about. And that's the way Mr. McFarland is. He tells you like it is. He tells you exactly what's going on and tells you when it's going to happen. Okay. And for $97, I don't think we have the right to ask for anything else but a leader like him. Okay. You're not paying him monthly. You're not giving him a weekly paycheck. We're not paying in every month. Okay. We don't have an auto shipment. You're not sitting there watching your bank account because there's $150 going to come out on the 10th. Okay. You only paid $97 for a multi-billion-dollar position. Okay. And I have people calling me. Were you on the webinar? Yeah. Yeah, I was on a webinar. Why? Well, he didn't tell us when we were going to launch. I said, no shit. Excuse me. Was he supposed to? And they get upset with me, but I'm old. I was a cop. I can take it. I got thick skin. Okay. But he owes us nothing. Nothing, folks. He is building this out of passion from his heart for you and I and everybody in the world that wants to get on him and piggyback with him. Okay. All you got to do is go for the ride, wait for it. It's going to come. Okay. And like Marty says, if you don't want to wait, get out. That's not a problem. Marty, thanks for sharing it. Now you got me started. See, but
I want to say one thing. I wasn't trying to be. This isn't negative to me. This is just the way it is. I believe you got to be truthful and tell people the way it is. Mike and myself and Dan Street were in a company for 1 year, and we paid, I don't know what it was, Mike, but 100 and 150 every month for 1 year, and it never launched. And we found out that the guy that was running it knew less than we did. In fact, Mike had to remind me how stupid I was after 12 months. But anyway.
Marty said it. Okay.
So I brought some more people on the panel that you see before you because I think Marty fired us up, and I wanted to make sure that Vincent and Bob and Mike had an opportunity to chime in on what Marty shared. He was on fire, wasn't he, tonight?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just go ahead and speak, either Bob, Vincent, or Mike, whatever, whoever. Go ahead.
Not
go
everybody
ahead, guys.
at once.
You go first. Bob and Vincent, go ahead.
Bob, go ahead.
You everybody knows Marty. Marty is the godfather. When he speaks, you got to listen. But that was pretty exciting. What I have to add is I just remember one thing that I forgot to mention when we spoke. Mr. Ash looked at us and he told us to trust him. You guys remember he said, you know, we should trust him like, you know, the Marines. You guys remember? He said, trust me like the Marines, you know, and everything is perfectly fine, you know. So he has said that there's no amount of money that you can give Ash Mufara that will make him change his mind with this concept of unpassive. I thought that was also very powerful. There's no amount of money in this world on earth right now. You cannot make any offer to Mr. Ash.
He can't be bought.
He cannot be bought.
That's right.
He cannot be bought. That was very soothing to hear.
Vincent.
Marty is the godfather. I think he said, oh, everything about on passive and the way things are going. I think Marty is the genius. He know how to guide us the way we are moving forward on passive. And then he put us always to the right direction and then the right thing, the way we're moving forward, the way Ash is moving things forward. So listen to him always. It give us more inspiration. It give us more thing, more way to listen. It's always when he talk, it's also good to listen to him. And then you will never be tired to listen to him for his inspiration of the way he's guiding us all the time, day and night. So thanks, Marty, for these guidelines you give us to us all the time.
Also, let me chime in real quick. Did you guys remember Mr. Ash said Marty is the heart of unpassive? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
That's the reason why what you just said, that's why Mr. Ash said that. That's the heart of unpassive, Brother Marty. I'm very, very privileged and honored to be very close to you and to have this honor to interact with you as frequently as most of the 1.45 million founders can't.
Yeah, let me also come in. Marty, a big bro that he always said to me, let me not say it here. You were right in everything that you mentioned, big bro. You are right. You know, people come to unpassive as if it's the $97 money that they paid. Remember what Ash told us the other week, not this week, the other Monday, the other Monday, 2 weeks Mondays. He said, it's not the $97, it's the value, you know, that and the longevity, the time that we've spent, that founders they've spent to be in unpassive with him, in this journey with him. That is not the $97. It's not the $97. It's the journey, what that time that the trust that they trusted him with his word, and the loyalty for unpassive is not the $97. It's that loyalty and that trust. You know, so Marty is right. If you want your $97, take it. We cannot launch. Look at what happened. Vincent said it about the data center, and Ash told us that yesterday. If we would have been with AWS, then OMail, Connect, that consume a lot of data, all the money would have gone to AWS or to Microsoft Azure, and we would have been the loser. So Ash is 3 years, 5 years ahead. That's why he said we need our own data center. And he saw after we got the data center, he said, no, we need to add more regions, multi-regions. We need to add before we go to the market, because he has scanned the world. He has seen the customers. He knows that. He told us yesterday that people are thirsty to buy our products. So please, we should be patient and listen when he comes and talk. You know, I know people came in yesterday with different mindset to come here, this, that. But the point is that everything that Mr. Ash is saying, what he has said today, next week he will come and add more. He will not come back to what he has said yesterday. So when you come to webinar, listen. then take forward. When he comes the following week, carry on that. Don't only come there want to have to go to the market. Yes, everything is done. Hear what he said again yesterday. I know we are in a public webinar. I don't really like about the payment merchant. If we would have been in the market, then something like this happened. It would have been a disaster for us. Then you go to your wallet, then you start causing trouble everywhere. If he works for us, he's protecting us. He wants us to be safe. Why can't we be patient? Maddie, you're right. If you want your $97, come get it. But I just want to assure every one of us, the founders, the 1.45 million founders, we are fine. If Mr. Ash wants to take the next 1 year, take it and put things in order for us to go to the market. Technically, being in the industry, I've never seen something. Everything in on-passive for me is it's like, if you would have asked me 5-6 years ago, I'll say it will not happen. But this is it. I'm in it. I'm in the journey, enjoying it. Technically enjoying it. Look at our data center. Backup upon backup, backup power, backup internet, fiber optic cable, laser on top of it. That is going to boost it. Then now he saw that now with the traffic, what he has seen, we need more regions. You know, we cannot be with other hosting providers like AWS and Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud, because they are going to rip us off and our customers are going to suffer. And if our customers suffer, don't go away. So please, thank you, buddy. Let me leave it there for other stuff.
Thanks, Oliver. Collins, go ahead.
So I'll just chip in something. Oliver just fired me up. I just want to thank Maddie. Maddie, you always fire. You bend something in us for us to speak. You know, my brothers have just said it all. There is no way I can quantify that, Maddie. You are always on point. You know, Maddie always talk about value, and value is something that we've always talk about. You know, when there is value, there's always customer. Customers, what happened? Money. You know, commission. That's what it is. The more you provide, because we are living in a technological age now where a lot of customers want more for less. And if you cannot provide them value, they'll turn their eye to somewhere they can get that value. You know, that is what the world is. We cannot change it. You know, I say we'll try to change it, but human being will want value. I remember, I think it was Maddie or Mike L said something. If you go to a shop and they tell you get one, get two for the same price, or you go where they tell you get one for the same price, where will you go? I'll go where I'll get two for one price. That's the way. That's where the world is, and I will come home and rejoice, you know, and say, my goodness, I've just got two this for, you know, for same price. You know, we want to get more for less, and that's what Mr. Ashby is saying. He said, if you cannot provide value, there is nothing. These people were talking about payment plan, and you know, they were talking about grandfather, left, right. Maddie says something and it hit me in my heart. It is about value. Value. And I've said this to a lot of founders. I said, you always think about multi-level, you talk about something that is really crazy. I'm not a marketer. If Mr. Ash Mofara decide to give you 100,000 customers in your business, you know, your business, said, I'll provide this and I'll give you $5 for each customer that come in. That's what you will get. And they said, okay, I'll give you all net with nothing, come in at zero. Which one will you take? And they'll give you $1 per all net. They come in and say, I'll take 5 and say, you are a stupid person, penny wise, pound foolish. I will go for all net with no person on my team, because I know very well that 1 million customer, 1 billion will come to that all net, and everything is asking give me a penny or $1. I'll be a billionaire every month, because a billion customer will come to Onet or Mail, because these companies, this individual product standalone, they are all billion-dollar company. And I will be happy to take one of these products for nobody, just to sit there and let the customer plug in and put the money in my wallet. For each sales, I'm getting a $1. and I know I'll be a billionaire in 1 year, and I'm there because we are in the industry. All these tech guys are in the industry. We know what they are making. So I don't care about the customer base, the what is in my team. I care about the value of that product that will put money in my pocket. That's what we are talking about here. Every day when we are excited as tech team, we are excited about the product, the value that Mr. Ash Mufara wants to provide, because it is not about business, about value that you can provide. When there is value, more customers, and what happened? Commissions will come in, they'll flog in. So founders, please forget about how much you have, how many people you have in your team. Think about the value. That is what will give you the products. But physical product, data center, that is where things will happen. That is where our life, that's a life-changing thing, because there are people who jump into business. They will never ask, where am I getting this money? Where are they making this money? Where is the money coming from? Because they will promise you and they make you out every day. Mike Ellis, they have seen this. These people, they are marketers. They know you pay more to get less. But we are talking about a company where you will pay, you will come in with $97. You pay, you do in one-time subscription. Mike Ellis always said, Mike Ellis, you are grandfather, because the first webinar, the first video I watched was you. Even though I register, you blow my mind, but you never know that you make me, you change my mind to look at On-Passive again and take a second look, even though I've become a founder. I said, my goodness, who is this guy? Speaking like a genius. Then I take a look on the product. You, Mike Ellis, you are on different planet. So I just want to give you that credit. But honestly, as Oliver said, we are fine. What is coming, honestly, I believe the founders, they just have to be on fire like me. Look at the products. Don't look at the money. Always go and look at what is there. Even if you are not tech savvy, you are using Omail, you are using Onet, you are using Facebook. Take a look at Onet and compare with Facebook. You know, it will blow your mind. Look at Omail, compare with Gmail, Yahoo Mail, AOL. And that is where you start to appreciate what Mr. Ashmore wants to give us. We are fine, as Oliver said, we are fine. Please, just be happy, as Oliver said. We don't care if it is 1 year or 2 years. When data center came, we know about O-Connect, O-Mail. I called my tech guys, my tech brothers here. I told them, I said, you know what? We need a data center. Why do you think that? I said, they will make us up with this volume of data coming. They will kill us. Bro Oliver is here. It's a living weakness. Bro Vincent, Bro Bob, we discussed this. We said, after 1 month, what did our CEO came and said? There is a data center coming, because we in the industry, when Mr. Ashmore is going to one direction, we can see ahead because we are there. And this is where we are today. And I said to my brother, if the founders know that we are talking about a year or 6 months, they'll suddenly chop off our head. But we're very excited to know that there's data center. We said, Mr. Ashmore, we give you all the time, do it, because in IT, you have only one chance to blow up the internet. You have only one chance. You miss that one chance, you are gone. You are gone. So thank you, Auntie Lynn. I will leave it there. Thank you, because I'm just fired up.
Collins, how do you really feel?
That's exactly right.
Mike, go ahead.
Like my brothers here.
See what happens when you fire up our tech guys? Thanks, Marty.
That's amazing. I wanted to say one thing. Okay. When I came into OnPassive in early 2019, how did I learn about OnPassive? There are 2 videos. Mr. Mufara had 2 videos, and that was it. And we had to depend on those 2 videos. But guess who came along? Marty DeGarmo, Mike Ellis, and Dan Street. And they started to make videos. And guess who was watching them? Me, because I didn't quite understand OnPassive at that time, But when I would watch Mike Ellis talk about the company, I was starting to figure out what OnPassive is about. And Mike Ellis had just the right way of explaining this company. He used very simple terms, simple concepts, but they were very powerful. And I believe that Mike Ellis understood OnPassive before the rest of us did. I really do. Because think about it. What were the themes that he taught us? Value, that was early on, Mike. When none of us said the word value, Mike was there pounding it in and day out, that OnPassive offers us value. What's another concept that he taught us was volume. Back then, we weren't even talking about that, right, Mike? Nobody was really, we didn't have the foresight that you had, that you knew was coming with this company. So
Now,
because,
Lynn,
yeah,
understand that's Marty, Mike, and Dan.
right, okay, but you were
Because
doing the videos. Yeah,
we
yeah.
did this as a collaboration. We would talk about it, and then I would do the video, so I get the credit for it. But it wasn't just me. It was Marty and Dan, and believe me, both those guys are smarter than I am, Lynn. Absolutely. So I took a lot from them and came up with some simple concepts. But look what Marty just did today. I mean, he just blew the meeting up.
He did. He did.
Which is a good thing.
Oh my gosh. I mean, but you know, just to finish up what I was saying about the three of you and your contribution to this company is tremendous, because I believe I'm one of those that maybe would have wandered away lost because I didn't quite get it back then. But because I saw your videos that the three of you, you know, jointly made together, it really guided me, it inspired me, and it instructed me in those vital concepts that I really needed to understand. And you know, the three of you continue to contribute to this company. And Mike, you still are doing your videos. My goodness, you have never ever given up on your videos, and they get better and better. You know, you're better than you were a couple years ago. You know, I mean, not that you were bad before. I don't mean you were bad before, but you've gotten really good. You're really good. And I always put your videos on my channel, my YouTube channel, and I look for it. I check your channel. Oh, did he make any more new vid? You know, did On Passive Nation make more videos? Because I'm gonna put them on my channel as soon as they're there. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, Marty, Mike, and Dan. I just wanted to say that.
And we really do appreciate that, Lynn. And believe me, we appreciate it every single day. We don't take anything for granted. Let me say a couple of things. Marty is 100% right. Absolutely 100% right. Ash Mufareh owes us nothing. But here's the really cool thing about Mr. Mufareh. He doesn't owe us anything, but he's giving us everything. He owes us nothing, and he's giving us everything. And Collins had a little phrase in there that was 100% right. I am not a marketer. That's 99% of the people in On Passive. They are not marketers. What does Mr. Mufareh do? He comes along and he does it for us. He makes it possible for everybody. I mean, everybody that's here, everybody that's in On Passive, to be as good as marketer as Michael Williams, Marty DeGarmo, Dan Street, myself, anybody that's in On Passive. Whatever we're doing, you have the ability now, because of Mr. Mufareh, who owes us nothing but has given us everything, to do exactly what Marty and Dan and I have done over the last 3.5 years. Really, everybody here can do that. And there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and we'll be sharing that with everybody as we go into the product launch to the global market. But everybody, because of Mr. Mufareh, is able to do everything that Marty, Dan, and I do, and probably do it better. Because Ash Mufareh, he is our crazy professor, but when he gets that mind working, he produces things for everybody so easy to use, so simple for them to plug into, and make something that in their wildest dreams they never thought could happen. So, you know, Marty's right. And believe me, Marty, Dan, and I, we've been doing this 3.5 years. We don't take any bunk. People do not come to us and complain about anything because they only do it once. We know what's coming. Even if we can't express everything that we feel is going to be coming in the next weeks and months ahead, we know what's coming. Believe me, there is no reason for anybody in On Passive or anybody outside of On Passive, if they're outside of On Passive, they're just idiots, to complain about anything. This is so cool what's happening. And Marty, when Marty gets going, he is a pit bull, guys. You don't want to get in front of that train. And of course, I absolutely love to listen to Marty and Dan. And believe it or not, Dan can be that too. I've heard Dan go off a couple of times. Yeah, we just don't deal with that anymore. And people don't come to us with those complaints anymore. And they never, ever ask about money, because we've explained it for 3.5 years. Guys, it's here, it's coming. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the little things. And the money is a little thing. Isn't that amazing to think about in Unpassive? The money is a little thing. That's already done. So all of you guys here are terrific. I love the enthusiasm of Oliver and Colin and Bob and Vincent. And I've talked to Oliver quite a few times. When he gets going, I just sit back and smile because I mean, the excitement is so tangible. It's fun to listen to, and all of you guys are the same way. So that's it, Lynn. Just a quick. We're having some fun with this tonight, and that's a good thing. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this, but it's Marty's fault. It's not my fault. It's Marty's fault. Back to you, Lynn.
Yeah, well, what I can say is that the numbers are going up. We had over 300, I think 312 at our peak, and it's just growing more, because right now in places like India, they're just getting up. And, you know, we have a lot of founders in India. So we'll see the numbers climb. We have reached the 2-hour mark. And what we'd like to do is, we're going to wrap it up, but I see we have 6 hands up from Momodu all the way to Arogya Raj in India. So these are going to be the last hands that are going to be raised. If somebody raises their hand after it, we'll just gently lower their hand. And so we're going to do it 1 minute per person. So we would like to finish up in quarter after the hour. Okay, so it's 10:03 Eastern time. We'd like to wrap up by 10:15 with all the speakers. So we're going to start with Momodu, then Richard, Bruce, Diane, Mary, and Arogya, 1 minute each. All right. So now we go to who?
Diane Lennon.
Right. Momodu, Richard, yeah. Momodu, Richard, Bruce, Diane, Mary, and Arogya. Those 6. All right.
You got it, boss.
So here we go. We start with Momodu. Please unmute yourself and go, Momodu.
Yes, Miss Lynn. Thank you very much for allowing me to express my thanks and appreciation to Mr. Ash and his family for really what they have done and still doing for me, personally, my family, and my country, Sierra Leone. You know, what this man has done for us, I just want my fellow founders to know that what Mr. Ash has done for us, no company on earth has ever done what he has done and still doing for us. You know, and in doing it, he always take note of the 4 P's in executing any idea or plan that you have. What are those 4 P's? Proper planning prevent problems. So I just want my fellow founders to be more appreciative for what this man is doing for us. You know, sometimes when I attend a webinar, I had a question that, you know, it makes me think what these people are thinking, you know, because if they know what Mr. Ash is trying to do for the masses, which no country, no company has ever done, this should be very much appreciated. You know, I just want to thank you all for allowing me to express my thanks and appreciation, and to you and all the webinar organizers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Momodu. All right, next we go on to Richard Lamott. You have 1 minute. Go, Richard.
Oh, Marty, I want to give you a big hug. You could not have said it. I could not have said it any better than you did. Ash Mufara, every time he comes on here, what does he say? I'm with my family. He is so relaxed. This man gets it from the left and he gets it from the right every single day. Because I will tell you, There's a lot of people out there that don't want this to happen. And Ash is the one that's taking the burden. And he loves his family. And he, like he said, he'd rather die than not be with his family. That's all I have to say. And I love all of you. Big kiss and big hug.
Unmute.
Okay, I've got 1 minute, so I'm going to hurry up. Morty, first of all, I hope that Dawn had a great birthday. So anyway, that's enough of that. You know, the one thing I remember saying a long time was great expectations lead to greater disappointments. And if anybody comes here expecting to say we will be disappointed because they have something in their head. But what I got from Ash was a lot of, he always says, and I'm your friend. What does it take to be a friend? It takes trust, and it takes loyalty, and it takes the ability to keep somebody's word with them. And those are the things we have here. And it's to have that trust. When you have a friend, you have absolute trust that that friend will always be there for you. And National Fair wants you to know he is always there for us. So there's no reason to do anything but follow the leader. Just pretend you're playing follow the leader. Don't even think about anything. Just trust that everything we're going to need in our lives, we will get here. And we will get value, we will get love, we will get compassion, we will get friendship, we will get all those things. So I am all of your friend, and I love you very much.
Thank you, Bruce. That was beautiful. Next, we go on to Diane Lennon. Come on down, Diane.
I hope you guys can hear me. I have a really poor signal here.
Yes, we hear you perfectly well.
Wonderful. Hey, I'm just going to bring things down a notch. It sounds like a lot of people have their panties in a knot. I'm no expert. I'm no tech expert. I'm no marketing expert. Let's just have trust and confidence in the process. We have this incredible man who's doing all this work, and we just have to trust it, enjoy everything. I mean, look at what we've got from on Passive, the friendships, the journey. Everybody let the frustrations go. Just enjoy the process. Just a little bit of advice.
Thank you, Diane. That is actually great advice. Next, we go to Mary Carroll from Papua New Guinea. Good to have you here, Mary.
Thank you, Lynn. Good afternoon from Papua New Guinea, and to all of you beautiful people on the panel and not on the panel and around the world. I want to just reiterate on what Marty said. Marty is so close to Mr. Mufari, and he knows him like the palm of his hand. So what he has expressed is totally true. I agree with you, Marty, and I thank God that you visited Papua New Guinea and you got all of us in there. Thank you. What a beautiful journey you went on. But you're right. We have to come to these such meetings with an open mind, especially when it's a corporate one. And many people would be anticipating to hear the word launch. We're going to go public launch. But it's been said previously, and I just want to say it again, that he is the man. Mr. Mufari is the man that will call shots. I mean, he's done that for so many years now. So we just wait for him. And as Bruce and the previous speaker said, let's just relax and enjoy everything that is being done. Let's not worry about what's going to happen in 30 days, in 90 days. Let's give Ash Mufari and his team the best 110% support that they really need, for us to understand that they're doing this for us, for you, and for me and my family and everyone else's family. So
thank you, Mary.
I appreciate what all of you are doing as well. Lynn, congratulations for the recognition that was given. I truly uphold that as well. And to our tech teams, thank you ever so much for breaking down areas where I would never go, never
Thank you.
understand. Mike Ellis, yes, definitely your videos have been very helpful. So with those few words, I just want to reassure everyone here and you, Marty, that we're with you. We will try our level best to translate this into our languages for those many people out there that may be wondering when the D-Day will be. So thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everyone. May God bless you. We love you from Papua New Guinea.
Thank you, Mary. We love you and we love Papua New Guinea as well. Our last share tonight will be from Arogya Raj in India. 1 minute, Arogya. You can unmute. Just click the unmute button. Do you see the button, Arogya, to unmute? Just click the button to unmute. All right. You're probably having some technical difficulties, but thank you for being here. We know that what you were going to share was really special. Thank you so much. All right, so now we're going to take it to the gallery. And we want to give our thanks at this time for a webinar I thought was really exciting and full of energy. Wave to us from the gallery if you felt that it was a good webinar. I really felt like there was a lot of positive energy and excitement. All right, I see a lot of waving going on. That's so awesome. All right, so we are going to give our thanks. And then remember, we have a long period of the gallery and everybody saying bye to each other. So stay for that goodbye. That's a special part of our webinar. It's fun. So we want to thank Marty DeGarmo, Mr. Marty DeGarmo, who opens up this webinar every Friday. He live streams it and he records it. Yay, Marty. Because, you know, he's got a lot of family stuff going on. Today is his wife's birthday, but he made time to be with us, even though he was busy with Don. So thank you for your commitment to our webinar. I also would like to thank our OTEC pros here tonight who spoke, and very passionately, I might say. Thank you to Mike Ellis, our contributor, who pitched in a lot and responded to quite a few of our questions. We appreciate you very much, Mike. Also, thank you to our chat monitors. We have John Barilla and Lister Tuak, and I'm going to give the floor now to John to say a few words about this chat monitoring thingy. Go ahead, John.
Sure. Thank you, Lynn. You know, by the time I come on and speak, everybody has said just about anything I could ever think of, and they certainly would outdo me. So I just say, same as everybody else said tonight, just wonderful, wonderful stuff. And I just want to say the chat was very good tonight, even in the streams. But our chat was very good tonight, very little problems. And I want to give a shout out. We have a new helper, Dave Brozowski, who's hanging in the chat and keeping his eye out and helping us out. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Rob Gorman, who is always in Lynn's channel, YouTube channel. He monitors that. He talks with the folks. He is incredible, and he keeps all troublemakers at bay. I just want to say that. Thank you, Rob, very much. And I know you all know Rob. Rob and Lynn are partners. So thank you very much. That's all I got to say. Let's get out of here.
Thank you very much. Okay, now
Hello.
I want to. Oh, who said hello? Who is that? Oh, that's weird. I thought I heard a hello. Okay, and
Araga.
Oh, Roga, let me mute him.
Araga.
Okay, I muted him. I don't think he knew he was unmuted. And I also would like to thank Myra Aquino. Are you there, Myra? Say something.
I'm here. Thank you so much, Lynn. I was just so pleased with tonight's webinar because Mari said the way it's supposed to be said because people don't get it. How? All this time and we don't know what we have? Come on, guys. We are the most blessed people in the planet. We have to be grateful and understand that our CEO is taking the heat for us. So all we can do is, the least we can do is pray for him and his family and be grateful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mike Ellis. Thank you, Otep Pros. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Myra. Okay,
Lynn,
what?
we forgot to thank Lystra.
Oh yeah,
Thank
she's
you,
coming
Lystra.
next.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna have her come next. She's after Myra. I have my button right on her name. Okay, so thank you to Myra for doing the graphics. She does the promotional graphics. Thank you to Bill Musk for creating our Zoom background that you see with the laptop here. We appreciate you for that. And now we go to Lystra. Come on down, Lystra.
Hello, everyone. And John, it was okay if she forgot me. It's no big deal.
No, I didn't forget. I had my finger on your name.
Anyway, I just want to say thank you, okay, to Marty. Marty lit a fire under everyone's, and I wouldn't say what, but he did. And everyone just got fired up after that. And Mike Ellis, oh my goodness, you can just jump in there and say whatever, and you're so good at it. And I've listened to your videos over the years, and I still don't know, as you said, it's three of you, but I always thought it was you alone. I always said, how does he come up with all of this? But anyway, it's three. So I will say the three of you are great. And yes, John, everybody was good in the chat tonight. That was awesome. Awesome. And the Tech Pros and Lynn, thank you all for everything you do every time you're on. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lystra. Okay, so now I also want to thank the people who help promote this webinar. They're all behind the scenes, but if you're on social media, on Facebook, what's up? What's the other one? All those other social media platforms.
LinkedIn.
No, I was thinking, what's the other one called? Yeah, Telegram. That's the one I was thinking of. If you're on Telegram in groups, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, you're going to see people who are helping us promote Friday Night Live. And they're so important to us. They're the unsung heroes that help make sure that people know about Friday Night Live. And that's really important. We wanted to keep Friday Night Live alive and growing. And we want new people come in. That's the name of the game. We want people to be blessed with unpassive opportunity. So thank you for all those that help with promoting. When I post, I tag them and they make comments. That's so important. I want to also thank the attendees today. You are here. I mean, we had, like I said, over 300 today, which is a great turnout for this webinar. Thank you for coming in. We see many, many regulars that come here every Friday. So we thank you. We don't take you for granted. So now we're going to go to the gallery, and I hope I didn't forget anybody. People tell me if I forgot anybody. Am I good? Did I do well? Okay, all right. Okay, I don't think I forgot anybody this time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to unmute everybody, and you guys can say bye to each other. Take your time. I'll keep it going for a while, okay? Go for it.
We are going to dominate.
Love you all.
Bye from Canada.
Hey, Marty.
Hello,
Everybody.
Hi, Bamako. Bamako.
Hello to Asili
In your training.
Everyone have a blessed
down.
Everyone.
Nakamoto.
If you want the things you love, you must
Wow,
have
the music out there. On his latest
hearing from
lean.
your friend. Under a tree. The apples falling on
Hi,
passive
Sophia.
for you
Good morning.
and me. Oh
Hi,
yeah.
Tina.
Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
Tina.
Vamos, hi, Cynthia.
See you later,
Hi,
alligator.
Joy. Internet today.
Wild
John.
crocodile.
So crazy. He's
Hi,
singing.
Bob.
Good night, lady. Good
Mr.
night, gentlemen.
Bye.
Good night, all of
Hi,
you.
Richard.
We're
Abby.
going to see you now. Bye.
Love you all. Nice to
The
meet you all.
music.
Night from Canada.
I'm Arabic. Play some Arabic music.
I don't know.
Get him, Brucey.
Everybody dance. Everybody
Play
dance.
some Arabic music.
The monkey,
Yeah.
the monkey.
Good
Right
night.
Hello,
now,
Bruce.
every
Good night.
time it
Good night,
rains,
everyone.
apples from on
Good
passive.
night.
Don't you know each cloud
Hello,
contains
Vincent.
apples from on passive? You'll find
Thank you,
your
John.
fortune falling
Hey, John.
all over
Thank you,
town.
John.
Make sure your umbrella
Night,
is
team. Love your night
upside
word.
down.
Good night.
Night,
Trade them
Buddy,
Cynthia.
Eileen.
for a
Good
package
night.
of sunshine and
Everybody.
We'll
flowers.
see you
If
Elaine,
you
keep us
want the
updated
things
on
you
the
love,
progress.
you must have
Good night.
showers. So when you hear it
Oh, wow,
thundering,
John,
don't run
wow.
under a
Everybody.
tree. There'll be apples from on passive
Thank you,
for
Lester.
you and for me.
Hi, Sampan.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Thank you.
Lynn
Thank you, Myra.
Nakamoto.
Hi, Renai.
Now,
It's
see
the
you
time
all
to
later.
Elizabeth.
Hey, Gladys.
We don't need to go out,
Hi,
right?
Gladys.
Libby.
Willie.
Yeah. All right now. Yeah.
Hey,
Every time
Martin.
it rains, pennies from heaven. No, apples from on passive. Yeah.
Ian.
Don't you
Yes,
know each
Brian.
cloud contains apples
I
from
see
on
Brian.
passive? Oh yeah. You'll find your
Uncle Lynn,
fortune
thank you.
falling all over town.
Hey, Cynthia.
Sure that your umbrella is
Hello.
upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers.
Hi,
If you
John.
want the things you love, you must have showers. But when you hear it thunder and don't run under a tree,
Good night,
there'll
Alex.
be apples from on passive for
Have
you
an intro.
and for me. Yeah.
Brucey, half your head's not showing.
What?
You
What?
need to slide down a little bit. We can't see your whole face. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Hey, all right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bruce.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
The long
Boys.
goodbye.
MK
The
Kelly,
long
Sherry.
goodbye. Bye-bye.
Marissa.
Farewell. We'll see you all again sometime. So farewell to
That's my
you.
background.
Goodbye.
Yes,
Farewell.
Marcy.
We'll see you all again
Jen,
next week on Friday Night Live. Yeah.
Marcy, wave.
Wake up, Marcy.
Marcy.
Tim.
Oh, God.
Hey, Bruce. There's Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Bye-bye, Bruce.
You can
smile.
Bye, Gloria.
I hear you.
Bonsoir, merci.
Bye-bye. Okay,
Bye.
see you, John.
muted,
Bye,
Marcy.
John.
Marcy.
Okay. There's Myra.
When
Myra.
I-
Bye-bye. Y'all.
Hello, Subsankarji.
M. Kaylee. Oh, M. Kaylee. She's here. Bye-bye.
Good night, America.
I am Kylie.
Every time
John
it rains,
Boy.
it rains. Apples
Okay,
from
good
on
night,
passive.
everybody.
Don't you
Bye,
know
Lynn.
each cloud
Thank you for
contains
making me
apples
up
from on
early.
passive? Oh, yeah. You'll find your
Keep
fortune
us
falling